Is the world's most dangerous animal the shark? No. The lion? No. The crocodile? You're getting close, but no. Here's the truth. The most terrifying-looking animals cause the fewest deaths. The most innocent-looking animals can be the most deadly. There's a 3-ton animal, herbivorous, but it kills 500 people a year. There's an invisible sea creature that can kill you in 2 minutes. Here are the world's 10 most dangerous predator animals. 10. Polar bear. The polar bear is the world's largest land predator. Males can reach up to 700 kilograms. They're 3 meters tall, and they only eat meat. Unlike other bears, polar bears aren't herbivorous, 100% carnivorous. Their main food is seals. They can wait for hours at ice holes. The moment a seal surfaces, they shatter its head with one paw strike. Their strength is incredible. One paw swipe has enough force to decapitate a human. But polar bears generally don't attack humans, because there are very few people in the Arctic. But as hunger increases, attacks are rising. Climate crisis is melting glaciers. Polar bears can't hunt. They're starving, and when desperate, they approach humans. Attack cases are increasing in Canada, Norway, Russia. The polar bear is a fearless hunter. It sees humans as something that can be hunted. And when it attacks, your chance of escape is very low, because they're very fast. They can run 40 kilometers per hour on land. They can swim 10 kilometers per hour on ice. And their sense of smell is incredibly developed. They can smell blood from 32 kilometers away. If you're in the Arctic and see a polar bear, back away slowly. Don't run, because you'll trigger its hunting instinct. Great white shark. The great white shark is at the apex of the oceans. They can grow up to 6 meters long, 2 tons in weight. They have 300 teeth in their mouths, like saws, and they constantly regenerate. When one tooth falls, another comes from behind. They can use 20,000 teeth throughout their lifetime. Their attack strategy is terrifying. They approach silently from the depths. When prey is at the surface, they rocket up from below. They can cut a human in half with one bite. Their bite force is 2 tons, can crush a human skull. But actually, great white sharks don't want to eat humans. Most attacks are cases of mistaken identity. They confuse surfers and divers with seals. They bite once, don't like the taste, let go. But that one bite can be fatal, because blood loss is severe. About 10 attacks happen every year. Death rate is 15%. Australia, South Africa, California are the riskiest areas. Great white sharks live in cold waters because their main food is seals, and seals are in cold seas. If you see a shark, don't panic. Swim slowly toward shore. Don't thrash, because you'll look like an injured fish, and you'll strengthen your electric field. Sharks can sense electricity. Injured prey gives off electricity. Saltwater. Crocodile. The saltwater crocodile is the world's largest reptile. They can grow up to 7 meters long, 1 ton in weight, and the only crocodile species that actively hunts humans. Every year, 1,000 people are killed by saltwater crocodiles. In Australia, Southeast Asia, India, their attack tactics are insidious. They wait silently at the water's edge, only their eyes and nose above water. When very close to prey, they suddenly launch themselves. Their jaws close once, never open. Bite force is 3.5 tons, dinosaur level. Then they do the death roll. They drag the victim underwater while spinning, drowning them. Saltwater crocodiles are very intelligent. They learn their prey's habits, what time they come to water, where they drink. They can observe for days and attack at exactly the right moment. In Australia, a man fished at the same spot every day. The crocodile noticed, waited for days, and one day when the man entered the water, it attacked. They never saw the man again. Saltwater crocodiles can also swim in open ocean. They can migrate to islands. They can swim 1,000 kilometers. That's why they're unpredictable. They can appear in unexpected places. If you're in saltwater crocodile territory, don't enter the water. Stay away even from the edge, because they can jump. African lion. The African lion, king of the savanna. Males weigh 200 kilograms. Females 150 kilograms. And they hunt in groups. They use pack tactics, surrounding the prey, chasing, ambushing. Each lion has a role. Their speed is 80 kilometers per hour. Very fast over short distances. They can jump 8 meters in one leap. Their claws are 7.5 centimeters. Bite force is 650 kilograms. They target the throat area. They crush the windpipe with one bite. Prey dies by suffocation. Every year, 250 people are killed by lions, most in Tanzania, Kenya. But lions generally don't hunt humans, because they have natural prey. Zebra, antelope, buffalo. But sometimes they start eating humans. The Tsavo man-eating lions are a famous example. In 1898 in Kenya, 2 male lions attacked workers for 9 months. They killed 135 people. Eventually they were shot. But why did they start attacking humans? One was suffering from a toothache. Couldn't hunt normal prey. Humans were easier targets. The other followed him. They got used to eating humans. Lions generally attack at night. They enter tents. They take sleeping people away. Keep a fire for protection. Lions are afraid of fire and stay in groups. They're more likely to attack solitary individuals. Black mamba. The black mamba, Africa's deadliest snake. The world's fastest snake, can move at 20 kilometers per hour, grows up to 3.5 meters long. Its venom is neurotoxin, paralyzes the nervous system. One bite has enough venom. Without treatment, 100% fatal. Symptoms start quickly. Within 15 minutes, dizziness, double vision. Within 30 minutes, shortness of breath. Death in less than 1 hour, paralytic. The black mamba isn't actually very aggressive. It prefers to flee, but if cornered, it attacks, and attacks very fast. Can strike 12 times per second. Raises its head, rises 1.5 meters, targets the chest. The inside of its mouth is black. That's why black mamba. When threatening, it opens its mouth. If you see black mouth, it's too late. They live in East and Southern Africa, in trees and bushes. Sometimes they enter homes, looking for warm, dark places. People can step on them without realizing. Then they attack. Every year there are 20,000 black mamba bite cases. Deaths approach 1,000. If antivenom is available, survival chance is high. But in rural areas, reaching antivenom is difficult. Takes hours. And the venom is so fast, most people can't make it to hospital. If you see a black mamba, back away slowly. Don't make sudden movements. Don't try to run, because it can catch you. Me. Big cat, tiger, tigers, the world's largest cat. Siberian tigers reach up to 300 kilograms, 3 meters long, and have the most powerful bite of cats, 1,000 kilo bite force. Stronger than lions. Tigers are solitary hunters. No pack. They hunt on their own, and they're very successful. Ambush specialists. They approach silently. They catch prey from behind. They bite the nape. They sever the spinal cord. Instant death. Some tigers become man-eaters. In India, Bangladesh, Indonesia, the Sundarbans forests are famous. Every year, 50 to 150 people die in tiger attacks. Why do tigers start eating humans? Several reasons. Old tigers can't hunt normal prey. Humans are easier. Injured tigers, same thing. Tooth problems, claw issues, habitat loss. Forests are being cut. Tigers encounter humans. Their fear decreases, and some tigers just prefer eating humans. Taste habit. The Champawat tiger set a record. In the early 1900s in Nepal and India, it killed 436 people. Alone, finally shot by Jim Corbett. It had an infection in its tooth. Couldn't hunt normal prey. Tigers are night hunters. They see very well in darkness. And they're silent. You won't notice. They come from behind. If you're in tiger territory, travel in groups. Make noise, and don't turn your back. Box jellyfish. Sea wasp. The box jellyfish, the world's most venomous sea creature. Lives in northern Australian coasts, Philippines, Thailand, Malaysia. Has 15 tentacles. Each tentacle has 5,000 venom cells. One touch has enough venom to kill 60 people. Its venom is cardiotoxin. Stops the heart. Death within 2 to 5 minutes. The pain is incredible. Victims usually faint from shock. They drown in the water, or they have a heart attack. Every year, 50 to 100 people are killed by box jellyfish, more deadly than sharks. The problem is, they're invisible. They're transparent. You can't see them in water. And they live in shallow waters. On beaches, children are playing, suddenly encounter a box jellyfish. Tentacles can be 10 meters long. You can touch without realizing. Treatment exists. Antivenom was developed. But it must be applied very quickly. Within minutes, ambulances wait ready on beaches. Pour vinegar immediately. It partially neutralizes the venom. But it's not enough. You need to go to hospital. There are warning signs in Australia. November to May is box jellyfish season. No swimming in the sea. Or wear special clothing. Stinger suit. Protects from tentacles. Box jellyfish is a silent killer. You can die without ever realizing. 3. Hippopotamus in 950 characters. Hippopotamuses, Africa's deadliest large mammal. More dangerous than lions, crocodiles. They kill 500 people every year. 3 tons in weight. Mouths open 1.5 meters. Teeth 50 centimeters long, like ivory. Bite force 2,000 kilograms. They can split a boat in 2. Hippos are herbivorous, but very territorial. They protect their territory, and very aggressive, especially mothers with young. When they perceive threat, they attack, very fast. They can run 30 kilometers per hour on land, faster than humans, and completely at home in water, can hold breath for 5 minutes, eyes, nose, ears at water surface, bodies below. You can come upon them without realizing. Hippos kill most at river and lake edges. People go to get water, wash clothes, fish. Suddenly a hippo emerges, attacks, or overturns boats. People end up in water. Crocodiles, hippos finish them. Night is more dangerous. Hippos come onto land at night, go to graze, approach villages, enter fields, encounter people, and attack. Common in Zambia, Tanzania, Uganda. When you see a hippo, stay away, at least 50 meters distance. If it opens its mouth, looks like yawning, it's threatening. Run, and never get between mother and calf. Nile crocodile. The Nile crocodile, Africa's silent killer. Every year they kill 2,000 to 5,000 people. The second deadliest large animal, can be 6 meters long, up to 1,000 kilograms. Bite force 5,000 pounds. World's strongest jaw force. Close to T-Rex. Nile crocodiles are opportunistic hunters. They eat everything. Fish, birds, antelope, zebra, humans, doesn't matter. Especially those waiting at riverbanks. People come to get water. Wash clothes, bathe. Crocodile approaches silently. Attacks at the last moment. Once the jaw closes, impossible to open. Then death roll. Drags underwater while spinning. Drowns. Then hides the body. Waits for it to rot. Eats days later. Nile crocodiles are very patient. Can wait in the same spot for days, without moving at all. They look like logs. People don't notice. They approach. And the attack happens. In Africa, most deaths are from Nile crocodiles. Because people live at riverbanks. Have to get water. No alternative. They take risks every day, and several people disappear every day. Tanzania, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Zambia, everywhere. If you see a Nile crocodile, don't enter water. Stay away even from the edge, at least 10 meters distance, and even farther at night, because crocodiles come onto land at night. Mosquito. The world's deadliest animal, surprisingly, is the mosquito. Every year, 700,000 to 1 million people die because of mosquitoes. How they carry diseases. Malaria, dengue fever, yellow fever, Zika virus, West Nile virus, Japanese encephalitis, dozens of deadly diseases. Malaria alone causes 500,000 deaths, most in Africa. Children are most vulnerable. Dengue fever infects 100 million people, 25,000 deaths. Southeast Asia, Latin America, yellow fever 30,000 deaths. Africa and South America, as mosquitoes suck blood, they inject parasites and viruses. Plasmodium parasite causes malaria, infects red blood cells, fever, chills, organ failure, death without treatment. Dengue virus causes bleeding, internal bleeding, organ failure, shock, death. Why are mosquitoes so deadly? Because they're everywhere. Tropical regions, subtropical regions, billions of mosquitoes, and they reproduce very quickly. In stagnant water, new generation in 1 week. Vaccines and drugs were developed, but not enough. Malaria vaccine is new. There's a dengue vaccine, but limited. Yellow fever vaccine is effective, but there's none for every disease. Best protection is not getting bitten. Use mosquito repellent. Wear long sleeves. Use mosquito nets. Clean stagnant water, because the world's deadliest animal is the smallest one. Conclusion. Nature is ruthless. The strongest animals, the most venomous creatures, the most insidious hunters, all are fighting to survive. And sometimes humans get caught in the middle of this struggle. But remember, these animals aren't evil. They just have natural instincts. We're entering their habitat. We must be respectful and careful.